What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Restorations with Vic. For today's episode, we're going to be taking care of these red metallic Air Jordan 1s that need some work. This shoe's covered up in dirt, grime, and some sort of sticky substance that I'm not too comfortable with. We'll be using Reshoevn8r's 3-brush Advanced Alarm System and a detergent to get the shoe fully cleaned up inside and out. Once the cleaning is all done, we'll remove the yellowing off the soles, remove the creasing off the toe boxes, and repaint the entire upper of the shoe. We have a lot of work, so let's get started. The first step we gotta do is put the left shoe to the side for before and after purposes. Next, we're gonna take out our shoelaces and insole so we can clean those separately. These aren't even original insoles. Walmart insoles. All done with that. Now we're gonna grab our shoe tree, adjust it to size, and then insert it inside the shoe. This is gonna help us remove the creasing off the toe box. Looks good. Now the next step we're gonna do is grab our 4-ounce bottle of solution, squirt 2 squirts inside our bowl. All right, guys, so we're all prepped, ready to go. The first brush we're gonna be using is our soft bristle brush, so we can start hammering all the uppers and breaking down all this dirt. All right, guys, all done using the soft bristle brush on the leather. Right now, the uppers still have a lot of debris, so we're gonna let the suds sit on it for a little bit longer so it can continue breaking it down. Then we'll move on to using the medium bristle brush to get all that stuff off. For now, we're gonna focus our attention on these nasty tongues and the insides of the shoe. All done with the soft bristle brush. Now let's jump over to the medium bristle brush to take care of all the debris that's stuck on the leather. All done with the medium bristle brush. Uppers are looking really good, you guys. Now the last step I gotta do to wrap up this cleaning is hit it with the stiff bristle brush on these outsoles. That's gonna be it for the pre-treatment on this shoe. Before we wrap it up, we gotta grab our shoelaces, dip them inside our leftover solution in water, and give it a quick scrubbing. All done with that. Let's grab our laundry bag. Stick the shoe inside. To the laundry room. All right, we made it to the washer. Let's go ahead and put this inside. Before we close it up, grab our Reshoevn8r Advanced Alarm Detergent and squeeze and pour 1 full ounce. Put that all over the shoe, like so. Close up this bad boy. All right, guys, whenever using the washing machine, use cold water with the regular cycle. Alright guys, we got the shoe at the washing machine. As you can see, this Jordan 1 turned out great. The entire leather is back to white. Same thing with the tongues. The entire shoe is fully disinfected. We're ready to move on with this restoration thanks to our 3-brush Advanced alarm system and our detergent. Now moving on with this restoration, we got to remove the yellowing off the midsoles using Salon Care 40, Saran Wrap, and the sun. Good to go. Let's go put these under the sun. All done removing the yellowing from the soles. As you can see, all around, they're back to white thanks to Salon Care 40 and the sun. Now moving on with this restoration, the next step I gotta do is some prep work. Over here near the toe box area, we have some pretty deep scratches. Before I can paint it, I gotta smooth those areas down using some sandpaper. We'll start off with 600 grit and then work our way up to 1500 grit. Alright you guys, all good to go with that. The leather is nice and smooth. Now before we can start painting, we gotta do one more step. Using acetone cotton balls, we gotta wipe off the entire factory finish. Alright, good to go with that. Now the next step we're gonna do is let the shoe dry before we tape it up and start painting. Almost done with the prep work. Before we start taping up the shoe, we gotta use a lighter to burn off any frayed material on the shoe. All over the stitching, it's pretty frayed. We're gonna burn it off. What this does is it helps us get a cleaner paint job. All done with the lighter trick, now let's move on. We gotta tape off the sole and some areas of the shoe so we can start airbrushing our white paint. Good to go with the tape job. Now let's move on to laying down our paint. We'll be using Jacquard Opaque White with our airbrush. White paint looks great. As you can see over here, the scuffs are fully covered up. The entire leather looks great. The stitching is back to white. The last thing we gotta do to protect this paint job is to go outside and spray it with some Krylon matte finish.